Are you ready? Let's go. Gather round and listen to stories from all over the world, sparking creativity and desire. Stories that will inspire. Come on, sit down. It's the best podcast in town. Professor Panda with story adventures.
Hello, scholars. This is Professor Panda, and I welcome you to another story adventure. Thank you for joining us on this adventure, because this adventure is taking us to a magical land where our friend Chicken Little is having a rest under a tree. As he rests, he gets hit with a little bit of inspiration. See, our friend Chicken Little is what we call a hypochondriac. He worries a bit too much, sometimes about the big things and sometimes about the small things. His worrying sometimes clouds his judgment and sometimes gets him and his friends into a spot of trouble that they might not be able to get out of. But first, scholars, before we get into the story and go on this wonderful adventure, let's take a minute. Let's take some breaths. And let's take some time to calm down, because I like to read when I'm calm, in my special reading nook. Sometimes I like to take deep breaths before I start. And this time, scholars, we're going to go through 5 good things that happened to us today, because sometimes we worry too much about the small things, and not remembering that this life is a wonderful adventure. And every day is a day made for progress. So today I have 5 things that I accomplished. I got to read some wonderful story adventures with my friends today. I got to read stories to my cubs today. Also, I was able to get some of my chores done today. I love cleaning, scholars, and a clean home is a focused home. Also, I got to eat dinner with my friends and family. We all gathered round and had a feast. And last but not least, it was family game night, scholars, and we played games until our heart's content. Sometimes, scholars, you gotta take a step back, take a deep breath, and appreciate the small things. Well, scholars, let's get into this story adventure with Chicken Little and see what adventures does he and his friends get into.
Chicken Little. One day, Chicken Little was walking along when an acorn fell from a tree and bounced off his head. The acorn rolled away before Chicken Little knew what had hit him. "Oh my, oh dear," he clucked. "Whatever shall I do?" Chicken Little flew into a panic. He ran around in circles in a flap, losing feathers as he went. Along came Henny Penny. "What's the matter?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little, still in a panic. Henny Penny was shocked. She did not know such a thing could happen. "Cluck-a-cluck, cluck!" she shrieked. "We must tell the king at once." So, Chicken Little, Henny Penny rushed off to tell the king. They flapped down the road, clucking as they went. Soon they met Cocky Locky. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" he asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," chatted Henny Penny. Cocky Locky gasped. "It will be terrible if the sky fell." "Cock-a-doodle-doo," crowed Cocky Locky. "I'll come with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, and Cocky Locky rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they fluttered down the road, clucking and crowing as they went. Soon they met Ducky Lucky. "Why are you flapping so?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," crowed Cocky Locky. Ducky Lucky frowned. She didn't like the sound of that. "How worrying!" She quacked nervously. I'm coming with you. So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, and Ducky Lucky rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and fluttered and they fidgeted down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking as they went. Soon they met Drakey Lakey. "What's all the fuss?" he asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," quacked Ducky Lucky. Drakey Lakey was dumbfounded. He dreaded the thought of a falling sky. "Darn it," he squawked. "I'll join you on your journey." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, and Drakey Lakey rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered and they fidgeted as they flurried down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking as they went. Soon they met Goosey Lucy. "What's ruffled your feathers?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," squawked Drakey Lakey. Goosey Lucy shuddered. Could it really be true? How terrible, she honked. "I'm going to come with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, and Goosey Lucy rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered and they fidgeted and they flurried and they flopped down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking and honking as they went. Soon they met Turkey Lurkey. "Where are you waddling to?" she asked. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," honked Goosey Lucy. Turkey Lurkey trembled. She thought that sounded truly terrible. "My goodness," she gobbled. "I'm coming with you." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey rushed off to tell the king. They flapped and they flustered and they fidgeted and they flurried and they flopped and they floundered down the road, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking and honking and gobbling as they went. Soon they met Foxy Loxy. "Well, hello," he said. "Why are you in such a tizzy?" "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" cried Chicken Little. "We're off to tell the king," gobbled Turkey Lurkey. Foxy Loxy smiled slyly. He had never seen so many plump birds in such a fearsome flap. "Well, I never," soothed Foxy Loxy. "Don't worry, I know the quickest way to reach the king. Follow me." So Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey followed Foxy Loxy down a long path into some dark woods. "Not far to go now," said Foxy Loxy. They lumbered over logs and they lolloped over leaves until they found themselves at Foxy Loxy's den. Foxy Loxy and all his family licked their lips. "Run!" cried Chicken Little. "Fly!" shrieked Henny Penny. "Hurry!" honked Goosey Lucy. And Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Lucky, Drakey Lakey, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey ran as fast as their legs could carry them. They flapped and they flustered as they fidgeted and they flurried and they flopped and they floundered right out of the woods and back up the long path, clucking and crowing and quacking and squawking and honking and gobbling as they went. And they never did tell the king about the sky falling. The end.
Well, scholars, what do you think? Could Chicken Little and his friends, Cocky Locky, Henny Penny, Goosey Lucy, if they would have calmed down and taken a second to think and just breathe, they might have not found themselves in a situation with Foxy Loxy and his family ready to gobble them up. But what do you think, scholars? What would you have done differently if you were Chicken Little on this story adventure? What would you say if you thought the sky was falling, scholars? Would you take a moment to investigate a little further, or would you let worry get the best of you? Sometimes, scholars, it is good to take those 3 deep breaths and take a second to calm down and think. Well, scholars, I hope you enjoyed our story adventures today. I hope you learned some valuable lessons and got valuable information from our story adventures. Join us next time on our story adventures, where we will be having more fun in magical places like castles, enchanted forests, and cursed lakes. But until next time, scholars, I'll see you later. Don't forget, scholars, you can subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on all our social media, and tell everyone about the awesome stories that you hear here on Professor Panda's Story Adventures. Later, scholars.
Thank you for watching. Remember, if you liked our videos, we loved exploring with you. Don't forget to visit our social media pages and subscribe to our videos to watch more from us. See you next time so we can explore and have more adventures.